श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं प्राचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमव्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी। सर्वथा वर्तमानः अपि स योगी मयि vartate. We saw that sarvatha means no matter what kind of a lifestyle this jnani and this jnani whose jnanam has been perfected by nididhyasana yoga, meaning the one who is no longer having any habitual orientations or jiva bhava attacks. Now this can give rise to a particular kind of a doubt. What is sarvatha? Any lifestyle. So any lifestyle means free license for the jnani. Any lifestyle means can the jnani adopt a lifestyle of a thief and then still have this idea? Only if he is Lord Krishna, that then only he can steal the butter and still be a jnani. But the idea here is yatheshtachari. Yatheshtachari means the one who behaves exactly how he or she wants. That is given, that free license is given to the jnani, because jnani and adharma cannot exist side by side. Because one of the first qualifications for Atma Jnanam is what? Dharma, internalizing that dharma, and then once that dharma is first deliberately followed and then what? Absolutely followed, then there is, it becomes natural. And when the dharma becomes a natural habit of the jnani, then even when the free rein is given, do whatever you want, does not go against dharma. If they go against dharma, it is for loka sangraha, like Krishna had to kill his own uncle for the betterment of all the praja, not because of their own ragadveshas. There is one Kaushitaki Upanishad. The Kaushitaki Upanishad, Indra, for a change, is a teacher. Usually what is Indra? Student. Kena Upanishad? Student. And also Chandogya Upanishad, all 8th chapter also, Indra is what? Student. So here he is a teacher in the Kaushitaki Upanishad. And then he is teaching Pratardana. Pratardana is a king who was so noble and had accumulated so much punya at the time of death that Indra himself goes to the gate to receive him and bring him to Indraloka, Swarga. And then there what happens? Indra asks him, I want to give you one boon. Not only do I want to invite you inside with lot of fanfare, but I want to give you one boon. Pratardana is very clever. It's like he thinks I don't even know what to ask. It's like going to a French restaurant when you cannot speak French, and then you look at the menu, and then what? You don't understand anything. What to order you don't know. You may be ordering horse soup instead of horse gram soup. You don't know. And so therefore what do? You tell whoever has invited you, you please order what you think I will like. You just give the menu back to them. This is exactly what Pratardana does. Pratardana tells Indra, you decide for me what is in my best interest and give me that. He puts it on Indra. Then Indra says the best thing is what? We should know the answer to this. Moksha Brahmajnanam. Okay, so he says, I will give you Atmajnanam, and then that is how the Samvada begins. And then in this Samvada, he gives Jnani Lakshana as the one who, even if it is the person is the killer of the mother or the killer of the father, meaning the person has committed matricide and patricide, which are like the worst possible papa that you can get. Kill the own mother that gave birth to you. Kill the own father that took care of you. This is the worst things that humanity can do. So that's why he takes the most extreme papa and says, even if the Jnani were to do that, not even a hair on the body will twitch or will move, meaning nothing will happen to the Jnani. This is possible only because the Shastra has great confidence in the Jnani not doing ullanghanam of what? Of dharma, not transgressing dharma. That's why this complete free blank check can be given, and then so the 31st verse says that nothing, no matter what they will do, moksho na pratibadhyate, moksha is not affected, the person's freedom is not affected. And then the fact that the person, the jnani person, the nididhyasana yogi who is a jnani is completely with dharma, even though dharma belongs to what? Vyavaharikam sat. The jnani is also living in Vyavaharika only, not flying somewhere and sitting in some place where no people are there. Even if you are in a place where no people are there, occasionally people will come, people will go. So therefore, how does the jnani live among the people? And for that, what value is there? What is the value with those people that the jnani has? And then how does he or she live among the people is given in the very beautiful 32nd verse. Let us see that. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo matah. So, Atma aupamyena, upamayaha bhavam aupamyam. Aupamyam, very funny looking sounding word. Upamayaha bhavam, abstract noun of upama. We all know what upama is. What is upama? Yeah, not breakfast, okay? What is the other meaning? Yeah, comparison, upama. So similarity, comparison. So atma aupamyena means pashyati. Atma aupamyena pashyati. Sees, the outlook of the person is what? That everything is similar to Atma. Atma here is what Atma? Not Satchidananda Atma. Atma here is reflexive pronoun, oneself. Swam, So everything, everybody is like me. Meaning, if I don't like what? Dusty places, that means what? If dusty places are an object of discomfort for me, in all likelihood, dirty, dusty places are also disliked by what? By who? By everybody. So what is sukham for me will also be sukham for everybody. What is an object of sukham for me will be an object of sukham for everybody. What is dukkham for me, giving dukkha? Oh, Jnani also has dukkha? You bet. That's why in the second chapter, what do we say? Dukkheshu anudvigna manaha. Dukkha will come. Dukkha will come to the body, dukkha will come to the mind, dukkha will come to the sense organs, dukkha will come. But the one who is not perturbed by the dukkha is what we are talking about. So dukkha here means dvesha vishayaha. That is dukkha, meaning objects of dislike. Oh, Jnani also has raga dvesha? Yes, you bet. Why? Because raga dvesha are Ishvara srishti, not Jiva srishti. Raga dvesha was put by whom? Ishvara. Thank God. I am not responsible for raga dvesha. This is very comforting. Third chapter itself we saw, maybe the 34th verse or thereabouts, please look. Indriyasya indriyasyarthe ragadveshau vyavasthitau tayoho vasham na agachet tauhi asya purushasya sadhakasya paripanthinau. So we already saw that in the third chapter. What did we see? That for every indriya, there is one raga and one dvesha. Only one? No, just to start. Okay? So meaning, every indriya has its own raga, dvesha. Meaning, let us take sight. Sight is what? Seeing. So whatever I see, there will be certain things I like to look at and certain things I do not want to look at. Hearing, certain music I like what? The teenagers will say heavy metal, okay, which is just like if you just go to the dining hall and take all the pots and pans and clang them, that some people like that, okay, but some people do not like that. Most people do not like that. And so like this, and for the nose also, some smells people like there is one fruit called durian. Durian, Southeast Asian fruit, where it even tries the patience of a monk. There was a monk by the name of Thich Nhat Hanh, Vietnamese monk, very celebrated, a great Zen master. He was leading a meditation, and as it happened, somebody walked in late with a whole plate. Not even one durian is difficult to handle. Whole plate full of durian, kept it in front of the master and sat down to meditate. And the master had to tell, please take it away. Then only we can continue with the meditation, because it has a very strong smell which many people like and many people cannot stand. Actually, it should be renamed durian, because it should be kept far away. There should be a lot of distance. And so it is like a, what is that called? It's like a bad brother of the jackfruit. Yeah, that is how it is. So a brother of the jackfruit gone bad. That is how it tastes. I don't know how it tastes. I have smelled it, but I was not so courageous as to taste it after smelling it. So this is so like this. So indriyasyarthe ragadveshau vyavasthitau. Vyavasthitau means there is a vyavastha, there is an arrangement. Who made this arrangement? That's right, blame Ishvara. Ishvara made the arrangement. Bhagavan's arrangement. And then, oh, that means I can have even more raga dveshas. Yippee! No, read the fine print, read the next line. What is the next line? Tayoho. Tayoho means what? This raga dveshayoho vasham na agachet. Do not come under their spell, because they will be your greatest enemy. This was already told. So that means what? The Jnani also has ragadveshas, but has understood the second line of the mantra. What is the second line of the mantra? And has not come under the spell of the ragadveshas. So therefore, knowing that if I like this, then chances are that other people will also like this, because this could be an object of universal love. So it's not that I take the best things for myself and keep the worst things for the other person. I don't do that if I am a jnani. So therefore, atma aupamyena sarvatra, sarvatra samam pashyati. Samam here is sees without partiality. Impartial vision iti arthaha. So sees the same. Same means that it must be the same for other people. So the sameness is not in sukha is same, dukkha is same, not that sameness. That sameness has already been talked about. Here the sameness means everyone is sama to me. I am not some great person dropped from the sky just because I have this Atma Jnanam. So the enlightenment ahankara is not there. I am pujyaha. I must be worshipped. Why? Because I have done 3-year course. I should be worshipped. I should be put on a pedestal. People should come and fan me. And then people should offer me so many things. Every day something I should be given. And so like this, all these things are not there from home. That kind of a samadarshana is pointed out. The samadarshana, not with regard to everything is the same, in sukha, dukkha, it's all the same. No, here is that I am the same as everybody else. From the standpoint of this body, mind, sense complex, I am the same. Do I want to be pinched? No. Therefore what? I don't pinch other people also. So here the 32nd verse refutes any kind of a vague idea that one may have after reading the 31st verse and thinking that the jnani has license to do adharma. No, because this is also another jnani lakshana. And what is this? Atma aupamyena samam pashyati sarvatra. Samam means it's the same as me, that is the samam, same as my own situation. And what is desirable by me should be also liked by all. But that doesn't mean the person forces their will. I like durian, so therefore what? You should all have it. No, that is not the idea. Some people are like that. They go home and they go home after work and they control everybody else. And they will put on the TV, some boring program is there, children don't want to watch, spouse doesn't want to watch, they say, no, I want to watch, everybody is going to watch this, or not watch TV at all. They hog the TV, they hog everything. No, Jnani is not like that. The Jnani has so much management of the ragadveshas, and it really doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter what you do, where you go. Doesn't matter at all. The first time I went out to lunch with Pujya Swamiji was quite an experience. Amazing experience it was. And so we arrived at the lunch place, and then he ordered so many things, but not for himself. He ordered for the table and for everybody else. Half of the things, because of his health, he could not eat. Some of the things were fried, some of the things, not that it stopped him, but nonetheless. So he could not eat half the things. And so the people assembled there, they said, Swamiji, you have been so kind enough to order for us, we are going to order for you. And what shall we order for you? He said, anything you want. So there were 10 people at lunch, and each of those people ordered one thing for him. Whatever they liked, they ordered. They didn't order what they thought he would like. They didn't know what he would like. They just ordered whatever they thought he should eat. And some of the things, when they came, I looked, I said, I don't think Swamiji should eat this. I don't think he will like to eat this. I don't think this is his this is his least favorite thing. Who ordered this? But he just ate. Whatever was put in front of him, he just ate, and after some point he protested because he was full, not because he didn't like it. He was full. He said, no, my stomach is full, I cannot eat anymore, this is enough. But this is, usually what is the reality of the situation. The reality, the empirical reality here is that when you are waiting to go to the restaurant to order what you like, to even think of eating something that somebody orders because they like it is out of the question. Because the reason you have gone to the restaurant is because I want things my way. I don't want idlis, too many carbs, I want chutney on the side. I should be able to order that. So like that, most people go, but here the Jnani is a very pleasant person. This verse shows, this mantra shows, this shloka shows that the Jnani is a very pleasant person, not a doormat. Please see the difference. Not a doormat. Boundaries are there, and very healthy boundaries are there. It's not that the Jnani doesn't have boundaries. Boundaries are needed, boundaries are healthy, boundaries are there, but the Jnani is what? Is pleasant, does not disturb. That is what sama is there. And what is the object of the non-disturbance? The object of the non-disturbance is everybody's raga and dvesha. Even that is Bhagavan. Everybody has raga dvesha, that is Bhagavan. Everybody's raga dveshas are intact here, that is also Bhagavan. So let me go along with that, let me not disturb. It's just really beautiful, so sensitive, very, very sensitive. That doesn't mean if you put some, if the Jnani is vegetarian and you put some fish in front of the Jnani, Jnani will accept. No, within limits. That's what I said. The limits are the boundaries. If the Jnani cannot take, will not take. And so the whole life of the Jnani is being pleasant, not pleasing people. The Jnani is not a people pleaser. That is a psychological handicap. If one is a people pleaser, that is a coping mechanism from the childhood issues. Oh, let me please them. Why? Because otherwise they'll get angry, otherwise they'll get mad, otherwise they'll be upset, otherwise they'll punish me. This is mommy, daddy issues. That is what it is. This people pleasing is out of fear most of the time. I don't want to rock the boat, I don't know what they will tell me, oh, better go along. That is not what the Jnani is doing. The Jnani is not a pleasing people person, but is pleasant towards all people. That is the idea. That is why the Jnanis are so much in demand and so rarely found. Shaile shaile na manikyam, mauktikam na gaje gaje, sadhavo nahi sarvatra, chandanam na vane vane. A few, in this sukta, a few rare things are talked about. Every mountain does not have a diamond when you dig inside. And then what else? And every elephant is not adorned with, what is that called? gems and pearls. Only the king's elephant will be adorned with gems and pearls. And then Chandanam na vane vane. Every forest does not have sandalwood trees. And sadhus are also likewise not common factor, not found everywhere. So like this kind of a jnani, durlabha, rare to find. But it is the culmination of the path of everybody who is interested in this knowledge. This is what we have to graduate to. Because when I really don't care what I want or don't want, I become an object of pleasure to others. Because the other people don't have to deal with me. Otherwise, everybody has to walk on eggshells. Oh, what will they say? Oh, if I do this, what will they say? If I don't do this, what will they say? Like this. And so, I become a pleasant person, not a people-pleasing person. That is out of distress. A pleasant person without any agenda for myself. And so, the samam pashyati. Samam pashyati, when Sukham means not sukham like sukham as in what is that? Sukha. In sukha and dukkha one has equanimity. No. Sukham here means mama sukham. So just like I have certain ishta vastu, which is what? Mama sukham. Similarly, other people also want and find sukham comforting. They also want sukham. What do I want? Sukham. What does the other person want? Sukham. What do I not want? Dukkham. I have a raga for sukham and dvesha for dukkham, and then other people will also have the same raga for comfortable situations and same kind of dvesha for uncomfortable situations. Then what is the difference between jnani and ajnani? Jnani is able to manage the sukha dukkha, and then ajnani is not able to manage sukha dukkhe. Because the ajnani has not read chapter 2. Sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labhau jaya jayau. So here that Samadarshi, the one who has equanimity towards sukha and dukkha, labha, alabha, all that, here is sensitive enough to see from one's own standpoint, just like I would find this very, very uncomfortable, the other person will also find this very, very uncomfortable. So the jnani's footprint is like a cat. Do you see the cat coming in? No sound it makes. And it has extra padding on the feet. Yeah, so it just goes like that, soft, soft, soft. So here, the way the jnani moves in the vyavaharikam jagat is also like a cat, soft and almost invisible. Will not have dhadam, dhadam, dhadam like this footprint. Yeah, even before the person comes, they have already advertised themselves. There is a small bhukampa. No, there is a small earthquake even before they have come into your life. No. You don't even know the person is a jnani. In fact, you completely ignore them. You don't even know. And then those that don't ignore them feel very, very comfortable with them. Once waiting at the gate to catch a flight with Pujya Swamiji, and myself and another person was there, and that person brought Pujya Swamiji some French fries, which Pujya Swamiji loved and shouldn't have. But still, he absolutely loved them. And so, he was just eating, talking, and the seat next to him was occupied by that person who brought the French fries, and that person got up and left, I think to bring something to drink or to bring some tissues. That was vacant. Small child went and sat and then took one French fry, started to eat, and we were all delighting watching Swamiji, and Swamiji also, and so he didn't do it suddenly. He was holding it like that. He just saw with the side eye, corner of the eye, he saw, okay, the child has taken one. Slowly the hand came on the lap so that the child could reach it better. And then, and he also eating, it is also eating. And then slowly then he gives it to this little girl. And after eating a few things. So like this, it is not making a fuss, not saying, look at me, how wonderful I am, hello, Jnani here, look at what I'm doing. And I'm not even upset because somebody made, what is that called, when you eat from the same thing, then it is not, you can't eat it again. Jhuta is a Indian concept, I don't know how to convey it. Yeah, so you don't eat what other people have eaten. But here, so see how nice I am. There is no pointing towards oneself. There is no Atma Shlagha. There is no Atma Stuti. And the way it was done, if you were not watching, you would have missed it. Then the person came back with the tissues which Swamiji wiped. Oh, what happened to the French fries? You ate it all up? Swamiji simply smiled, did not explain, oh, that child over there, do you see that one? That one took my fries. All these things. No, nothing like that. And so this is a very beautiful verse. And so Sukham va yadiva dukkham. My Sukham is priyam to me. Other people's Sukham also is equally priyam to them. My Dukkham is apriyam to me. Similarly, other people's Dukkha will also be apriya to them. This is what it means. So Sukham va means actually it should be cha. Sukham and Dukkham. Both of them are the same for whom. Same means same for me, same for others. That kind of a yogi is paramaha. Paramaha mataha. Mataha means is seen as, is believed to be. By who? By the people who know, by Atmavidaha. So by all the Atmajnanis, they look at this person as the highest kind of yogi. Bhashya Atmaupamyena Atma Swayameva Upamiyate Anaya Iti Upama Tasyaha Upamayaha Bhavaha Aupamyam. So what is this? Atma Aupamyam. Atma means reflexive pronoun. It doesn't mean Satchidananda Atma. It means body, mind, sense complex. It doesn't even mean Antahkarana. It just means the regular I, Aham. So Atma Aupamyena means the Atma itself. Atma means myself. I am compared to everything else. I am the object of comparison. I become the object of upama. Swayameva upamiyate. I myself am the object of upama. And what is aupamya? Aupamya means upamayaha bhavaha, the abstract noun of comparison. Comparison. So aupamya means comparison, the abstract noun of upama. So what does it mean here? Atma means what? I. So this I myself am the object of comparison, means I am the status with which the whole people in all over the world are compared. I am the one, meaning whatever I like, other people will also likely find that pleasant. There will always be a few people who you cannot please. Always be like that. There will be some people who are terribly difficult to please. And so, but we are not talking of them. We are talking of regular people, and then there are certain universal objects of love. Some universal objects of love are there. And then like what? Like pleasant music, universal object of love, more or less everybody likes. Few special people will not like. and they can go to a specialist. That is not the jnani's problem. And then certain things people like. A comfortable place to sit, everybody likes. Some comfort food, nice things to eat, everybody likes. And nice things to wear, everybody likes. And so like this, the one who is sensitive to two things. The fact that everybody has certain likes and dislikes, and that one is, the second thing that one is sensitive to is that these likes and dislikes are more or less universal. So it's not that the jnani is catering to the customized likes and dislikes of the person. That would make him or her a people pleaser. The jnani is not a people pleaser. The jnani is pleasant to all. That is the difference here. And so universal likes and dislikes, the person goes, because that is the order. That is the order. Sarvesham buddhau ragadveshau vyavasthitau. And so that is the order. Ishvara's order is that in any given society, at any given time, in any given place, there will be some things that people like and some things that people do not like. And those are universal. And so therefore, I go along with them. I go along with them. Like the Indian jnani going, South Indian jnani, I have something in mind, that's why I qualified you. First I said Indian jnani, then what did I say? South Indian jnani going to a western country to eat, to have lunch. So there they will serve lunch where? On the floor or on the table? On the table. And one of the rules is, do not keep the elbows on the table. I never understood that. It's the most convenient place to keep the elbows. I thought table is for keeping elbows only. Yeah, but apparently not. You must not keep the elbows on the table. And also when they give soup, you must not think it is rasam. And you must not attack it with your hand. And make a slurping sound. A slurping sound made in South India is seen as the appreciation of the food. The hosts feel very happy. Oh, they are liking it. A slurping sound made anywhere outside of India is just a travesty. And then, the rasam will run down to the elbow. Okay. And then you are not supposed to chase after the draw. Yeah, you are not supposed to go up, going like this. You can do it here, no problem. Even in North India, it's frowned upon. Wait till you get to Anekatti, then do it there. You will feel right at home. Okay, but this is not something you do somewhere else. So the general dvesha in Western countries is what? Not to make a mess with the food. And in fact, they don't mix. Here we are used to mixing everything because we are, what is that? Stomach jnanis. And what is the stomach jnanis? What is the stomach jnani? We know that everything gets mixed inside. So we help it by mixing it beforehand. We mix it. There everything is eaten separate, separate, separate. And even if you have to mix, you don't mix. You gently and delicately dip. Yeah. And then if in the process of dipping, whatever you were dipping falls into that dip, you don't go fishing for it. Yeah, you don't go on a fishing expedition. This upeksha, leaving that aside, you take another one and hope for the best. You take another piece and dip that. These are all eating raga dvesha. See, all these rules are made based on raga dvesha. So the Indian jnani going to abroad somewhere will not say, hey, this is how I eat. Like it or take it or leave it. This is how I eat. This is what I am going to be doing. This is what I am doing. You don't do that. You allow it to be. You just follow what they are following to the best you can. Sometimes you can't because in fact in the West, especially in England, you need a course, a 3-month course on how to eat. Yes, because 4 spoons this side, 4 forks that side. From small to big it will come, or from big to small it will come. And then when do you go from outside in, or do you go from inside out? No idea. You need a course. At least the Indian people will need a course. And so, therefore, the Jnani will not violate. These are not just norms. This disturbs people, because the raga and the dveshas of the people are there. You do not disturb the people. This is a verse on ahimsa. Ahimsa, dharma, all these things are brought about in the last verse of this summation of the Jnani Lakshana. So then you don't disturb. So you become the standard. Like how would you feel if they came and then they started to eat how they eat when they came to India? Many people will not like that. So therefore, I understand that I have to go along with it, because nothing, I don't have raga dveshas. So therefore, if my raga dveshas are nicely managed, then it doesn't matter if I go along in order to just be pleasant. That's the idea here. The Jnani is a pleasing person, not people pleasing, generally a pleasant person. And then further, tena means kena atma aupamyena sarvatra sarvabhuteshu samam tulyam pashyati yaha. He Arjuna, O Arjuna, the one who sees that everybody is just like me. Samam tulyam, that's why like me. I become the object of comparison, and I have certain likes and dislikes, because, why? Because they were already put there by Bhagavan, and then yes, I don't come under their spell, but I have them. So will also another person also may have similar likes and dislikes. The one who sees that is that samam pashyati. Sarvatra means what? Not everywhere, in all beings, in all beings. I cannot stand pain, so therefore I will not cause pain to others. Like that, tulyam pashyati. The tulyam he has brought purposely because of that upama. Upama means tulyam. That is why he has brought that. And then, sacha kim samam pashyati iti uchyate. So what is the object of this samyak darshanam here, samadarshanam? What is it that he or she, the jnani, sees as equal? This is being said. Yatha mama sukham ishtam. Just as I love sukham. So, mama, for me, sukham ishtam. Sukham here is an object of ishta for me. Yatha, yadyatha, mama sukham ishtam. Just like for me, sukham is desirable. I love sukham. Tatha, sarva praninam, sukham anukulam. So too it is with everyone. Anukula means agreeable. So for all the other people also, prani means what? Not just human beings. Now all beings, all animals, for all beings, sukha is agreeable or disagreeable? Agreeable. Why is it agreeable? Because for me, sukha is agreeable. So the chances are that everyone also loves what is sukha for them. They also love what is sukha for them, and they also do not like uncomfortable situations for them. This is, and so then further he says, va shabdah charthe. So va means what? Or. Va means or. So the va has to be converted to cha. Cha means and. So the or must be seen as and. Where is the or first of all? In two places. Sukham va yadi va dukkham. So how does he want us to read it? Sukham cha yadi cha dukkham. So now you see that meaning changes. Here there is an option. Like if we say va, there is an option. I can say this is disagreeable or this is happy, but no, it is both in situations which are happy for other beings and in situations that are disagreeable for other beings, I am the same. I understand that both scenarios are there. There is no option here. So, va shabdah, how should it be read? Charthe, in the sense of cha. Yadiva, yatcha dukkham mama, pratikulam, anishtam. So that now in the same way, whatever is disagreeable to me, dukkham, whatever is difficult for me, my difficulties, my dislikes, anishtam, my pratikulam means they go against my grain, they go against my whatever I am fond of. How it is there? Yatha, tatha, sarva praninam, dukkham, anishtam, pratikulam iti, evam, aupamyena, sukha dukkhe, anukula pratikule, tulyataya, sarva bhuteshu, samam pashyati. So, yatha, in which manner, what is dukkham for, I have certain things which are dukkham. Dukkham mama, which is what dukkham is talked about in two ways. Anishtam, not an object of love. And then what is the other one? Pratikulam, that which is inimical to me, which I do not like at all. And then in the same way, yatha bhavati, tatha, in the same way, for all pranis also, dukkham, anishtam, pratikulam, vastu, vartate. For them also, they also will have objects of dislike, objects that they are finding inimical, objects that cause them pain. So, this understanding, what was the understanding? Just as I have the objects that give me dukkha, give me discomfort, so too all the beings have objects that give them dukkha and discomfort. Iti, in this manner, evam, iti evam, in this manner, aupamyena, through comparison with who? Myself. I am the object of comparison. That's why atma aupamyena, through comparing with myself, then I see that I see the sameness in everybody. What is the samam pashyati? Samam, the jnani sees the sameness. What is the sameness? Sukha dukkhe. Sukham cha, dukkham cha. And then anukulam cha, pratikulam cha, anukula, pratikule. And then what is that? Not seventh case, the dual here. So, sukha dukkhe, anukula, pratikule. So, in this, in all these situations, what is that? Tulyataya. Tulyataya means by comparing to myself in the form of upama, tulyataya. In the form of upama, through this comparison, I see everybody as non-different from myself, samam pashyati. And therefore, it's not just darshanam, it's not just samadarshanam, it is acharanam also. Therefore, my behavior should change. What should be my behavior? As a jnani, na kasyachit pratikulam acharati ahimsakah ityarthah. Completely devoted to non-disturbance the person is. Even the slightest form of disturbance one does not do, because one is committed to non-disturbance. How? Na kasyachit pratikulam acharati, will not behave again in contradiction to the general likes and dislikes of everybody, will not behave contrary to that. It is like, it's just so many examples we can say. So, it is like In the Western countries, when you go for a funeral, people wear black, mourning color. Here, when you go for a funeral, white color is worn. So when you go there and you say, I am an Indian, I will wear white, not that you will be put in jail, it's not against the law, but you will be standing out. You will be taking the attention from the family that is mourning. You will be taking attention from the person who has passed away and whose life is being mourned or celebrated. You will be drawing more attention to yourself than needed, just to make a simple statement with you, which you could have done without. And so like this, here the sensitivity to Vishesha Dharma is pointed out. Sensitivity to Vishesha Dharma on the part of the walking, talking Jnani, who is walking, talking where? In the world, not somewhere by himself, herself. In the world, how to behave and go along with the people. Wherever possible, if it does not violate one's own values, go along with the people, generally speaking. And so that is why the person is called ahimsakaha, na kasyachit pratikoolam acharati, does not go against anybody, does not go against anybody. And so therefore, does not go against anybody means, it's not that you become a, what is that called, doormat. You don't become a doormat. You don't become a doormat. You, generally speaking, we are not talking of one or two people. We are not talking of some person who is disgruntled, some person who is discontented. No matter what will they be? Discontented. They will always be discontented. Why? Because that is how they are. This is how it is. They are not going to change. So you are not becoming, it's not your duty to please people as a jnani. It's not your duty to make sure everybody is all right. That the jnani has no duties. But there is a oneness that is seen between myself and others, and in that oneness, what is there? There is a very nice understanding that we are all having raga dveshas, and what is raga for me may be also raga for other people. Even though I don't know what is raga for other people, I go with the general way in which people behave. Generally I go so that I am like a cat, which does not cause any disturbance at all. But unlike the cat, I don't drink the milk also, that is kept there. So that is the idea. So sukham va yadi va dukkham means what? That it is whether it is the what is that? Whether it is some people's raga or some people's dvesha, generally speaking, I don't go against that. Therefore, why I become ahimsaka? I become someone who has no himsa towards anybody. No pratikulatvam is there. No pratikula is there. And remembering this, I don't go anywhere at all. I don't swerve from dharma. I don't swerve from Ishvara. Yah evam ahimsakah samyak darshana nishtha. Make a correction if you are following this panoli, because it is the takara should be changed to thakara. Okay, so samyak darshana nishtha sayogi paramaha utkrishtaha matah abhipretah sarvayoginam madhye. Yaha evam ahimsakah. So whoever has taken the vow of ahimsa, here either sannyasi or sannyasi-like disposition. In sannyasa we have only one vow, that is ahimsa dhanam, giving the gift of ahimsa to everyone is also called abhaya danam, giving fearlessness to each and every being on earth. You say that. So you say that, you say to Indra, I am not a competitor for your throne. Don't worry, I'm not going to be doing Rajasuya Yajna, Ashwamedha Yajna to topple you. Oh Lord Varuna, I am not a competitor for your place. Oh Lord Yama, I am not a competitor. I don't want your place. Wherever you are, all of you be happy, all of you be contented, all of you be just wherever you are, no problem in your place. Sthane, everything is sthane. And you tell even the smallest creatures, you have nothing to fear from me. You have nothing to fear from me. And so like this is called ahimsa, taking the vow of ahimsa. We don't have vow of chastity, poverty, obedience, no such thing exists. Only one vow. And unlike Buddhism also, in Buddhism there are 300 vows that the monks and the nuns take. Here there is only one vow. 300, how to even remember? Yeah, but somehow they remember. But here there is only one vow that is taken, that I'm going to become a conscious dropout. I'm going to drop out of the competition and I'm just going to be a pleasant presence. And so therefore, evam ahimsakaha, for this person who is the ahimsaka, what is that? Samyak darshana nishthaha. Who is this person? The person samyak darshane nishtha yasya saha, for whose commitment is to seeing this equality everywhere. That yogi is said to be utkrishtaha. Utkrishtaha abhipretaha. Abhipretaha means understood as, regarded as sarva yoginam madhye. So sarva yoginam madhye. So what is sarva yoginam madhye? Karma yogi and dhyana yogi, jnana yogi, whatever. So many yogas are there. Yogasana yogi, pranayama yogi, so many commitments are there. But here this person is the highest of all yogis, and whatever be the lifestyle of these other yogis, this one is considered to be the highest, this person who is ahimsakaha, who has this ahimsakaha, who is samyak darshana nishtha. This is the person that one's understanding of the 6th chapter should culminate into this kind of a conduct. That is what is said. Now, it should have ended here, but it doesn't. Why? Arjuna has a question. Etasya yathoktasya samyak darshana lakshanasya yogasya dukkha sampadhyatam alakshya shushrushuhu dhruvam tat prapti upayam. Yeah. So let us deconstruct, let us put this sentence together differently. So let us look at the basic sentence. What is the basic sentence here? So, etasya yogasya dukkha sampadhyatam alakshya shushrushuhu arjunaha uvacha. Okay. Where is arjunaha uvacha? It's not there. You have to go further down, okay? It bleeds into the next sentence. So, this is how the sentence must be understood. Etasya yogasya dukkha sampadhyatam alakshya shushrushuhu arjunaha uvacha. So, who is the subject of the sentence? Arjuna. What kind of Arjuna? Shushrushuhu Arjuna. Shushrushuhu means, literal meaning, Shrotum Ichchuhu. Arjuna, desirous of listening, desirous of hearing. What did he say? What did he do? Uvacha, said. Papracha, asked. So why did he ask? Because etasya yogasya, of this yoga, which has been described throughout this chapter, dukkha sampadyatam alakshya, keeping in view, dukkha sampadyatam, difficulty in attaining. Keeping this, the fact that this yoga is extremely difficult to attain, Arjuna, interested in hearing, the one who is interested and desirous of listening, asked. Desirous of listening what? What Shushrushuhu? That will come later. We'll see first what kind of yoga. The yoga is qualified with a few epithets, a few adjectives. Etasya yogasya. What kind of yoga? Yathoktasya yogasya. The yoga as described above. Yatha uktam. So how it was described, that yoga. What was that? So yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mai pashyati, all this, everything that was described from the 16th verse onwards to the 32nd verse, the last 16 verses material, this is called yathoktasya yogasya. And then what was the sum total of the subject matter of that? Samyak darshana lakshanasya yogasya. That yoga having as its subject matter equanimity. So for this yoga, which was described above from verse 16 onwards, and which has its subject matter as equanimity, seeing the difficulty of gaining that, dukkha sampadyatam alakshya, and then Shushrushuhu Arjunah uvacha. Why? Dhruvam tat prapti upayam. In order to gain. Dhruvam means what? Dhruvam means certain. Dhruvam means certain, meaning without a shadow of doubt. Without a shadow of doubt. So, wanting to gain a solution to mastering this yoga, which is difficult, dukkha sampadya, it is dukkhena sampadyam. Dukkha sampadyam. So, tam, for that yoga which is difficult to practice, difficult to attain, he wanted a certain way of attainment, without any doubt, without any vagueness, without any error, desiring that upaya, desiring to hear that upaya, because he knew that the difference is through hearing, not through doing. To desiring to hear more about how to master this yoga, which is difficult to attain, which is very, very difficult to master. How to master this yoga, alakshya, keeping that in view that this yoga is very difficult to attain. The desiring to listen Arjuna, wanting certain, what is that? Upaya, parihara, a resolution to this, wanting some means to attain this quickly and completely, asked. Yoyam yogastvaya proktaha samyena madhusudana etasyaham na pashyami chanchalatvat sthitim sthiram chanchalam hi manah krishna pramadhi balavadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. These are the two verses that talk about Arjuna's question. And Arjuna's question is whose question? Our own question. Because as he was listening to it, the heart was dropping from its place to the stomach, like and getting digested also. How am I going to practice this? Sarvatra Samadarshanam. Atma is everything. Everybody is Atma. All the Sukha Dukkhas, everybody has similar Sukha Dukkhas. And I have to be, I have to have Ahimsa Bhava. I should not have Ahimsa. I should not have Himsa. I should have Ahimsa. See, even in telling one can mix up. So what to talk about in practicing? So, so this all how to keep in mind. And all the verses are same. You know, in 6th chapter verses very similar. All same. The word Atma is changed into Ishvara. That's the only thing in some places. And all same things. And then all this, how to keep in mind all this? And he thought that the mind has to be trained, because it was all talking about training of the mind and all these things. And then he puts forth 2 arguments. The first argument, the argument we know very well is what? The untrainability of the mind. He thinks the mind cannot be trained. That will come in the 2nd verse. How to train this mind? The mind is just wherever it goes, it goes. I can't go behind it and bring it back. So he is also under the myth that the mind cannot be trained. So that is the basis of his question. So the first thing is that the mind cannot be trained. And then the other thing he thinks is that he makes the mistake, which is dismissed, which is indicated and then dismissed, which is indicated in verse 33. The first misapprehension of his is that this yoga, which is talked about, the Jnana Phalam as Jnana Phalam, Nididhyasana yoga, is practiced in the mind, and then the phala of it has to be experienced where? By the mind, in the mind. He is making that mistake. And the mind being fickle, how can I keep this Brahma Bhava? Brahma Bhava will become dog Bhava, because I saw a dog. And then I saw somebody who behaved like a monkey. So then it will be Purusha Bhava along with Markata Bhava. Then like this it will keep on going. So the mind going from one place to another, and this Thayi yoga of being with myself all the time, in all conditions, in all circumstances, is not possible. Do you see the twofold doubt he has? So the first doubt is what? This yoga of abiding in the truth of myself, which is done how? Through Nididhyasana, which is practiced how? With the help of the mind. The mind cannot stick with this yoga because the mind is fickle. The mind going from place to place cannot experience the infinite because the mind is finite. It cannot experience the infinite. First objection or first question. Second question is that the mind, you are asking me to train the mind. The mind, Mr. Krishna, mind you, it is untrainable. Untrainable. Mind itself cannot be trained. What are you asking me to train the mind? It cannot be trained. So slight difference is there between the two questions, the 2 verses which talk about his question. So the first one is, how can the infinite be experienced in a mind that is finite? How can the infinite, the knowledge of the infinite, be held in the mind which is finite, fickle, changing? Second doubt is, how can you train this mind which is finite, fickle, changing? So those are the 2 questions. Answer we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri